I think that the hours between 5 a.m. and 7:30 a.m. is a wonderful time to clean your house, get
When everybody
organised.
sleeps, I agree.
The phone's not going to ring. You're not distracted. When you've finished your chores of your house so that you're ready for your day, you can sit down and have a quiet cup of coffee before everyone else is like, oh, do this, do that. Oh, I need this. Where's this? Where's that? And then suddenly at 7:30, everybody starts appearing.
Yeah.
So I think that hour and a half is a good time.
Hello and welcome to my podcast. I'm Tanya Corless and I'm still in Portugal, in Algarve place. And I would like to introduce my new project about Algarve ladies, entrepreneur ladies who know what they want and know how to get it. And today I have lovely, wonderful, beautiful lady, Harriett Mondo. Hi, Harriett. Thank you very much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Why is Mondo? It's some tricky moment.
Yes, it's funny. I somehow appear in lots of groups as Mondo, but maybe it's because my business is Casa do Mondo, which is House of the World. And I think it has tied in with that. And so people know me as Mondo, which is my husband's name and the name of our house. So, and our business. So maybe that's how it's ended up like that, perhaps.
Wow. So you're not originally from Portugal, is this correct?
Correct. I'm originally from London, UK.
How long are you here?
We're going into our 8th winter. So we've been here just over 7 years.
Okay. 7 years is not that long. Did you live somewhere else?
Oh, yes. I was previously to the Portugal, we were in London for 16 years. And then previously to that, I was in California, San Francisco for 8 years. So,
and how did you find that?
San Francisco?
Experience, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was, a long time ago. The world was very different, before mobile phones, before World Wide Web, before
technology.
.com, before technology, when the world was a little bit more, I'd like to say more relaxed, perhaps.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, we were less stressed because you couldn't be got hold of so easily.
That's true, yeah.
Like even when you come to something like this, you have to make sure your phone is off.
That is true.
So that you're not disturbed or disturbing someone else as well.
That is true. Listen, when you decide to move back to England, it was a hard decision for you from California?
That's a really good question. It wasn't a hard decision because I just had my son. And I wanted to give the pleasure to my mum, my late mother, who was in a position where she had no grandchildren at the time. And I wanted her to really experience that. And also I believe that children need family around them when they're very little. I think it gives them a sense of, community and love, much more love than from people that will never love your children quite the same as your own family.
That is true.
So that's why we went back. But actually, the transition of moving there was much harder than I had thought because I thought, my family or my friends. But when you've been away for nearly a decade, people's lives go on and you are not in it. Mm-hmm. So you have to kind of slowly and tread carefully back into people's lives without making them feel like they owe you something.
Fact, very important fact. By the way, it's hard to jungle that moment, yeah?
Yeah, so but it slowly came together. And I have no regrets about moving back to the UK when we did. The children had a wonderful primary school education in the UK, which I still stand by as being one of the best primary school educations.
Absolutely, yeah. I will do the same thing for my kids.
And then slowly, London was it was slowly changing. We could see the change and just through personal reasons and also that my mum had a home here, second holiday home in Portugal. Oh. So the children had been coming here since they were very little. So they knew it as a second home. My mother-in-law became poorly. She came to live with us from the States. And it just felt it was time. If we didn't do it then, Tanya, we were never going to do it. And then we had to accept the fact that we were going to be in the UK forever. And it was something that my husband and I that made us more scared of staying in the UK forever rather than kind of holding our noses, holding our hands and jumping into the deep end here in the Algarve, where we really didn't know what to expect. we knew it as a holiday place,
yeah.
but not to live. It's very different.
Absolutely, yes, yeah.
Very different.
And how about the language, Portuguese language? I'm asking everybody, so I would love to understand how people get over.
So when I used to come here on vacation for years and years, you know, the only thing I could honestly say was obrigada. And even then people corrected me. So it's not a language where other places you can pick up things more easily.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a very complicated language to pick up things.
Okay.
You know, phrases, because there's so many different ways of saying things. Mm-hmm. And I think that living in the Algarve, unfortunately, makes you incredibly lazy if you speak English.
It will be my next question.
Okay.
As the communities that you surround, it will be more English speaking than the Portuguese, if thinking from that prospect.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we're very lucky and we have a a very good small circle of Portuguese friends. But unfortunately, when you're with those Portuguese friends and they're all together, they're speaking Portuguese. Of course, they will converse with you on a one-to-one.
Absolutely, yeah.
But the general hub of the evening is, you know, laughter and kind of what's going on. It's Portuguese. And so, yes, we are drawn towards English-speaking people.
So about the kids. So for the kids, it would be much easier, I believe, about language to introduce for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, again, you know, reiterating on the fact that the Algarve particularly is not what I feel is Portugal.
I agree, to be honest.
So the Algarve is an international place to live, because we're all international, you know.
People, yeah.
You know, the majority of people in the schools, in the workplaces now that you deal with are all international people. So I think that it's very difficult to have the time to learn it. My children, it's a slightly different, in answer to your question, a slightly different scenario. My son didn't go to school here. By the time he arrived, he was 17. Okay. And he kind of decided that he didn't want to do A-levels or go to university. He had made that decision very early on in his school career. So he started work, really. And, you know, then he had to learn to drive, which he did in Portuguese, but with an English translation. And my daughter, however, we attempted to get her into local Portuguese school, but back in 7-8 years ago, that was quite difficult. And so she ended up being kind of, I suppose, guided and recommended to go to an international school, which is what we did. And she's still at international school now. She's nearly 18. But she's doing a British curriculum education. Okay. So she's doing done her GCSEs, now she's doing her A-levels. Where that will take her, who knows? But we had, I suppose, not much of a choice when it came to education here. So her Portuguese is amazing to speak when she speaks it. But the fact that she hasn't been taught so well, her confidence isn't as big as... And all her friends, her international friends, speak English.
Very good. It's not a problem. It's a mixed place where all the languages welcome, and everybody will maybe speak different languages and will be know 3 or 4 languages at the same time. So you start businesses. What's your first businesses you started here in Algarve when you moved in for good?
So when we started looking for properties to live, we didn't really know what we were going to do. So we started, and then we found a property in Bulichem, which is in Lulé. Mm-hmm. And it's an old 200-year-old quinta that was originally a farm. And then over the years, the lady that lived there before us lived there for 30 years, and she had it as a family home. But it's a very beautiful rustic style filled house with a really amazing energy. And on the land, we have 3 beautiful little cottages together with our home that we live in. So there's 4 properties on the land, and we now share that land as a bed and breakfast. So that was how we started
Okay.
Casa del Mondo, House of the World. As soon as I got here, I started to go to network meetings because there was less Facebook groups and less WhatsApp groups years ago. So it was a lot of networking in meetings and getting to know people. And I said to my husband the first year that we moved here, whatever we get invited to, we're going to say yes. It doesn't matter because we don't know what it is.
Absolutely.
So we just said yes, yes, yes to everything. And so slowly, got the business name out there, got it into magazines. Some magazines that we were in are no longer on the market. But, back in the day, 8 years ago, we did interviews. And then my husband is a sculptor as well. So we got into the art world very quickly. Here in galleries, in the Conrad Hotel. He had a little show with other sculptors. Yeah, so that's how we slowly began to do stuff. And then introducing into Casa del Mondo, we love to cook and we love to entertain. So we slowly introduced an authentic cooking class and very, very quickly realized that although some of the chefs that wanted to cook there and show off their foods, like young budding chefs, they were very into doing Asian food and Italian food. And I suddenly thought, but we're in Portugal. I need a Portuguese chef that's going to make Portuguese food.
Well done.
So we have an authentic Portuguese cooking experience, and you come for the day and you learn with this wonderful chef, Cristiano Duarte, who lives in Oleão, and he works there, and he's a local Algarvian, and he picks up fresh seafood from Oleão, from the seafood market there on his way to us. And we then set you up for the day to learn how to make Portuguese gazpacho, seafood cataplana, and then pastel de nata.
Wow.
All from scratch. So you make it and then you eat this wonderful 3-course meal with flowing wines all day and music and everything. It's a great day.
Okay, explain to me, how does it work? So if I would like myself, for example, bring the guest, husband, maybe friend, maybe family, to have this experience. So we have to contact your place, book in advance, I believe.
Yes, it's reservation only.
Then you come in for a day.
Yeah, from about 11 a.m. you arrive with a coffee and some biscuits.
Okay.
And then the chef starts
and you're
showing,
cooking together.
Yeah, aprons.
Helping basically him, his whatever.
Yeah,
or he's teaching you.
No, he guides you through it.
Okay.
But you're the one making the pastry.
You're making your own basically food for the leisure, basically, under his control.
Yes.
Okay.
So he's guiding and demonstrating you throughout the whole process. And it's really fun and relaxed. It's not
amazing.
It's not a serious, we're not teaching you, 5-star cuisine. It's not, a la carte. It is, authentic Portuguese cooking, which Portuguese cooking is a very simple cuisine.
I agree, but very tasty.
Yeah, it's got a very specific flavors with because it's very fresh ingredients, and it's all seafood. And then the pastel de nata is the classic, obviously, Portuguese cake that everyone internationally knows of. And it gives you a newfound respect for it because it takes ages to make. So when you then go to buy a pastel de nata, you have a little bit more respect for the cake. I think so.
No, this is true. And what is next? What else you do? Before that, where is this place located? How people can find you?
Thank you for asking. So we are on Facebook, Casa del Mondo, and that's CASADE de Mondo, MONDO.
We will give all this in our comments.
Oh, thank you. And then my husband's artwork is also all over the property. Got massive sculptures, anatomically correct giraffes and sharks and all sorts all around the garden and all around the pool and stuff. That can also be found at mondoworks.co.uk. So he has sculptures. And then the other businesses we have are, so obviously what happened was, unfortunately, over COVID, the hospitality industry, as you know, kind of took a real dive.
Yes,
and we were not considered to be, necessity. So we had to kind of shut shop and we had to close Casa del Mondo for about a year. because it was very hard to abide by the rules and the distancing and the masks. And with food, we didn't really understand what the new rules and regulations were. So we decided as a family that we needed to kind of put that to one side until things got better. And my husband, his whole life has been a plumber. And that's when my son kind of said, look, from what I can gather, everyone wants to move to the Algarve by the time you're 50. So he said, I'm nearly 21, so I'm here. I might as well make a really successful business. So by the time I'm 50, I'm still here and I can retire.
Well done. Good
so
plan.
He's smart. So my husband agreed, because, needs must. We needed money. And so he decided to go back to the grindstone and back to ground zero and start training my son to be a plumber. And so and slowly it became my husband decided it would be better that it was my son's business. So he now owns an LDA company, which is DGP, which is his name, Dylan Grant Penner, DGP Services Plumbing LDA. And they've been doing really well. They concentrate on commercial and residential service plumbing.
Okay.
So your tap's not working, there's a leak.
Okay.
You've got the bathroom, there's water coming out of the light switch, or, things that can be fixed, within a couple of days. We're not taking on huge jobs.
Okay.
Because we don't have the ability to do that.
If I call him like a free husband for an hour.
Yes, with pleasure. By the hour, have him. And my son, take him. But he didn't think he was going to have to do it here. He thought, I'm done fixing toilets. But it turns out that he's back with my son in their little truck every day. And
well, to him.
And it's a wonderful, experience for my son to be with his father, which... Yeah, and just, they've built an amazing working relationship, which a lot of father and sons can't do. So I'm really proud of them for, not killing each other on a daily basis. Because that can easily happen when you're with family all day.
Oh, I agree. Yes, I have myself that experience. So it's hard.
So they're doing really well, and they're building up some nice clients here, like Tribulum and the blue octopus, the bold octopus. We've got some lovely little clients here. So, and then lots of regular people in their own homes who, we've now looked after their homes for the last 5 years. So
well done.
It's good. It's okay. It keeps us afloat combined with what I'm doing as well. There has to be a double income for us.
Fantastic. And what is the next business that you have? You have some, I read on your Instagram, it's somewhere, Instagram, I think it was. It's a host intimate events. What does it mean? Yeah,
so at Casa de Mondo, we can host a birthday party, a small intimate wedding with maximum guests of up to 50.
Okay.
Or we can do with live music, photographers, decoration, food of many different cuisines. We can do. I have lots of different food choices. You can have a hog roast, you can have a barbecue, you can have a food truck that comes in and sells burgers.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so we do that kind of an event. And then I've got lots of different amazing bands all over the Algarve that we can book for private events as well, or DJs, lighting. So, but not for 200 people.
Because you have a capacity only for the 50, or you just decide to stay with
I think that 200 people in our garden just is a lot of people. And I wouldn't, it's still our home. So, my children live there. We've got our animals.
I understand. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
so
fine.
we have spaces for intimate celebrations as well.
And the next one is you have children birthday purchase place. How you decide to open that kind of type of business?
Yeah, I suppose that over the last year and a half, where things have definitely been busier after COVID, it took time to get back into a rhythm of, frequent business again in hospitality. I realized very quickly that the Algarve has grown, and younger people of like 30 to 40 with young children are definitely coming. just by virtue of almond sill growing Nobel into another location just shows you the facts that schools are opening everywhere. Well, international schools.
Yes.
Yeah. And so I just thought it would be really nice to offer the facility of, instead of coming to Casa de Mondo, we bring Casa de Mondo to you.
Fantastic.
And we can do children's birthday parties from the, as long as you send out the invitations and you've got your RSVPs and you know how many people, we can do children's party games, the food, alcohol if there's parents there. We can also do party games, goodie bags, piñatas.
So how does it
face
work?
painting. Well, you just have to reach out to me, and then I work on a very personable level.
Absolutely.
The
way it should be, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, you're still the mummy, and it's still your party. It's not mine.
And you'll be nervous. I was nervous anyway when I organized mine.
I'd like to think I'll take all those nerves away. But for you to definitely have a part in it, it's your baby's birthday, and I think it's really important that the mum has an opinion. I don't want to go in and take over. I'm not the host. It's your party, but everything will be laid out so that you don't have to worry and that you can enjoy the moment of your children's party.
That is the most important. You don't need to run around and just try to hosting everybody. You will do hosting, but you're not under the pressure because you
don't have to
worry.
Is
coming up and do all this job.
I have a team of staff, lovely young girls and boys in their early 20s that come in and play with the kids, so that no one has to worry about where's my little we'll make sure that if they're looking for you they'll find you and stuff like that, and face paint them, and listen. And I think that the thing is that what you have to remember also is that a children's birthday party is, a lot of kids feel have got insecurities, and even though they're with their friends from school, they're all still new to this world. And some of them have just got to Portugal and don't really know anybody, and show up at a birthday party and they're supposed to be forced to be like, go on, off you go.
Yes,
And sometimes kids just want to stay with their mummies.
That's true.
And so our goal is to have games that, or something in the room that, whether that's a little tattoo,
to bring their attention and just
whatever, so that it's not so crazy for them, because not all children today like that. And I think that you definitely have to read the room carefully on what the children's needs are, and then combine with the adults having a couple of hours off to socialize with other parents that they don't know very well, perhaps from the school.
That's a good point. You need to communicate.
It's nice to intermingle. Maybe you're also a new parent and this is your first birthday party you've been invited to.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be introduced.
Very good.
Yeah. So that's kind of the angle that we're trying to kind of let people have less pressure of having a children's birthday party, but bringing it all together for you. That's the secret.
It's very impressive and perspective way how you're thinking about parents and the kids separately, because everybody is supposed to get their own fun at the party and a different level. Well done. Not everybody will think that way. Even maybe they're thinking.
Probably just giving all my secrets away, Tanya. And then the last business that we do, which is also in hospitality, is that we, for 30 years as a couple, have had an American classic 1963 Dodge Dart convertible car, which is turquoise blue with a white roof. And it's very old, older than both of me and my husband. But we actually bought it in San Francisco in 1998.
It's a history.
And then it came with us to the UK and sat on our driveway in London with a cover over it for about 9 years. Where every time my late mother would come to the house, she would always say, "Oh, Mondo, get rid of the car. It just takes the driveway over and it looks like you look like, it's not nice to have in the driveway." And he would say, "Carol, I promise you, this car will be the best car." And over the years, we finally managed to restore it. And it is a beautiful car. And so we use that for weddings. I have a Facebook page, which is Vintage Bluebell, which is the name of the car. So it's a vintage classic car. The name of the car is Bluebell. And we'll pick the bride and maybe the father of the bride up from where they are getting ready for the event. And then we take them to the ceremony and then wait for the groom to then, come out and have photos. And then often we then take the groom and the bride to the reception. So depending on how long you want to hire the car for, that comes with Mondo, my husband, who is a huge personality, American, fantastic guy with the best personality.
I would love to meet him too.
Yeah, you will.
Next time.
No, you're definitely going to come up to Castamondo. So we do that as well. So we're busy. We are very busy. And combined with the fact that I work part-time for 2 separate companies as well.
Oh my God, how do you handle all that? It's so complicated. Okay, it's not complicated when you're passionate about that. And it's not just a work. It's just a part of your lifestyle. It's a hobby. But it's still, you have to be very disciplined to put all together.
Yeah.
How do you manage this? Give a secret.
Well, there's no real secrets. I think that one of the things that I'm constantly teaching my kids at the moment is that time management, when you have children, animals, business, you work for yourself, you have to go to the supermarket, make dinner, make sure that your hair isn't grey, that you've got the right colours, and maybe a new outfit occasionally, so you've got to go and buy those things, and cleaning, keeping your car clean. Plus we have 15 pets. So, we've got loads of animals as well. I'm a big animal person.
I play to you, my God.
So, I think that time management, I'm up early every day.
What time?
About 5:45.
That is an example. If you like to get something in your life, you have to discipline yourself.
Yeah, it's just, I think now it's just, I wasn't so up early in London like this.
Now you're doing that.
But I think that somehow, I don't know, I think that the hours between 5 a.m. and 7:30 a.m. is a wonderful time to clean your house, get
when
organized.
Everybody sleeps. I agree.
The phone's not going to ring. You're not distracted. When you've finished your chores of your house so that you're ready for your day, you can sit down and have a quiet cup of coffee before everyone else is like, oh, do this, do that. Oh, I need this. Where's this? Where's that? And then suddenly at 7:30, everybody starts appearing.
Yeah.
So I think that hour and a half is a good time. You can get a lot done. I'm very, very good at discipline. And I think, right, how long will it take me to clean up the kitchen?
Yeah.
From the night before or whatever, or get organized, do the laundry, hang the laundry, stuff like that. And I think, right, that's going to take me 30 minutes. That's going to take me 30 minutes. So within an hour, I can have things done. So it's all about time management.
It's meditation for you.
Yeah, it is a kind of meditation for me because I'm very often similarly up. I'm first one up and last one to bed. So I'm also the last one to, pick up the laundry, make sure all the animals.
Look after everybody's.
Yeah. Make sure the animals have got water. Everyone's been outside for a wee, things like that. All the lights are off, I definitely have routines, patterns that I like to.
You feed on yourself.
Yeah.
And
if I fall out of the pattern for whatever reason, either tiredness, not well, something else happening consecutively in 2 days, so that I've fallen behind with certain routine, I can feel my anxiety levels rise because I think the job load is piling up.
Okay.
And I hate that.
If I'm actually amazed about Harriett, your story, the way how you manage your things, businesses, and how you even describe. It's not just because, I have a business, it's a tick, 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 Sharpie. No, it's the way how you talk, and I can see all your business that you're running at the moment came from your heart.
Yeah.
That you are not just a businesswoman, you're a woman who care about people who behind of the business, who came to you as a customers, that you try to provide maximum of the luxury service that you are basically running at the moment. And at the end, what you give are 3 advices, main 3 messages, 3 main topic words as advice for other people who would love to, for example, immigrate to Portugal and start up their own business. Or maybe they shouldn't think about the business. Maybe they should think to get education and go to work somebody. What is your advice would be?
It's such a broad answer.
It is, but
that
to put it
to put it in little boxes. I think that it depends on how old you are when you decide to move to Portugal.
Okay.
If you are a person with no children that think that the Algarve is a place that you'd like to give an opportunity of your life to, I think that there's two ways to do it. I think one, being a digital nomad would be my first advice to people. If you can make a good living and affordably be able to live with that kind of income anywhere, and you choose to come here, your lifestyle would be wonderful.
Okay.
Because if you can make, 6 figures a year and come and live in a beautiful apartment by the beach, have a convertible car
and whatever. Yeah, it's different.
Go out to bars and beaches and have your friends come from overseas for summer weekends, and you can have an amazing life here. And then hopefully meet somebody and get married, and boom, you're done. If that's what you want.
Absolutely. It depends.
If you are career driven as a 30-year-old, which is the other option, I would say that the Algarve is only good if you have an investor behind you that is ready to invest into your business idea here in Portugal.
Yes.
Because there are definitely possibilities. The audience is very affluent.
Okay.
I think that there is definitely, job opportunity and work opportunity, but you have to have somebody behind you giving you that
support.
Yeah, for advertising, for reaching the right people. Yeah. But if you're older with kids and you're thinking of coming here as a family, again, very different. I know a lot of people who work here whose either mother or father who are very career driven often are away. Lots of people travel from the Algarve to go and work overseas for Monday to Thursday.
Okay, and they get back.
And then they come back. So there's so many different ways to live here. As far as starting a new business, there's a lot of competition in a very small geographical area now. So I do think it's that, you have to find something niche, you have to find something original, and then you also have to have people that you trust.
It's very important.
So important. It's the number one thing, I would say, in regards to having a business here in the Algarve, because lots of people have come here, started a business, and then a lot of people have been burnt by people that they thought they could trust. And I would say that is a very strong piece of advice. Be careful if you come here, who you trust very quickly with what you deliver about your past, your life, your secrets, your finances.
And everything.
With everything. Because there's a lot of people here who are looking for victims of innocence. And I think that that's something that people don't consider when they come here. And I think it's a really vital part of moving here.
Yeah. Harry, thank you very much. To be honest, yes, people, that's what we have to be thankful. And I'm thankful today to Harriett. It's my person who came to my podcast and shared her fabulous story. But we're not finished yet. I have little things for you.
Okay.
What I'm doing, just again, to refresh our minds, to switch our brain, and all our kind of microns will be just come down from our conversation, and we allow ourselves to enjoy and have fun more. So I give you 5 names of the famous golf players. And you have to decide what you will to do with them. You're going to marry them?
Golf players?
Yes.
Oh my God, I don't know any golf players.
No. I give you the photo. Don't be worried. We'll be given name and photos.
Okay.
Relax.
I know Tiger Woods.
Okay. But so sorry for your husband straight away. I know you're married.
Oh, I love this. What do you mean?
Anyway.
I'm going to play it tonight when we get home.
So it will be an option for you. You have to choose marry, to marry the fella, to kill him, to date him, to kiss him, or to have a kids together. Start. So the first one is Rory McIlroy. Sorry. Okay, just to give a vision of him, so just to refresh if you maybe know him, but don't. Another one, it's Billy Casper. Something is coming up.
Okay.
Billy Casper.
He looks cuddly.
We have different ones. So wait. Nick Folder.
Oh, he's quite sexy.
Okay, this is sexy. Probably marry him.
I've forgotten the choices now.
Okay, that one is Byron Nelson. And his age, that's many years ago. He looks slightly different at the moment.
Okay.
And the last one, it's a Tom Watson.
Okay.
So again, start from the beginning.
Okay. So I have
If you'd like to marry somebody, who is going to be for you? Rory McIlroy, Billy Casper, Nick Folder, Byron Nelson, Tom Watson. Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Go. All right. So we'll marry him.
So that is a Nick Faldo. Nick Faldo, lucky man.
Okay.
But Harriett definitely will follow.
Okay. We'll marry him.
No. You will follow her. And she will marry you then. It will be nice.
Yeah, exactly. Come to my cooking class.
Okay. And another man who you probably will kill, date, have a kiss, or maybe just decide to have kids together.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I'm definitely not having kids with
Roy
anyone.
McIlroy.
Okay, so did you say kiss? Let's kiss the first
Okay,
one.
go for, who gonna kiss?
The first one.
The first one. Oh, Rory McIlroy, you get only the kiss. You have to be a good boy.
Yeah, only kissing. No touching.
Okay, so Mary's gone, kiss is gone. Who are you going to kill then?
Oh, I don't really want to, I'm not really a murderer.
You need to find the reason why.
I suppose the oldest one.
I love it.
Yeah, he's got to go. Look how old that photo is. He must be 100 now.
Byron Nelson, because we picked that picture.
Oh no, I feel so terrible. It's just awful. I don't like this game.
You don't like this game? No, we're not trying to kill you.
As long as not killing people.
It's not about the killing, physically. It's about that because you probably lied to us and we pick pictures that she was the youngest, not the current time.
He must be nearly, pushing it. So, okay, we'll kill him.
Yeah, it's only the option. Okay?
I'm sorry.
So
sorry to his family.
So Mary, kill, and kiss is gone. So we have date. Who are we going to date?
Oh, yeah.
It's Billy Casper.
Yeah, I think him. He looks like fun.
Okay, you're going to date him.
Yeah.
Lucky man. Be ready. Send the car.
Hey, listen, he obviously likes going out to eat. He likes his food.
Yes, yeah.
So
that's why we pick you.
Yeah, because he's going to take me to nice
Good
restaurants.
Choice.
And I can have nice food. Exactly.
Be hungry.
Yeah.
And so
we'd have that in common.
That is true. Let's say that. Mary, kill, date, kiss. Okay, the last you will have a kids.
Oh God, who was the
might
last
be together, might be not. Tom Watson. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Kids would be look.
Yeah,
gorgeous.
He's got a beautiful face.
Yeah, handsome. You like him and you?
As long as if he can afford to keep me in my lifestyle with my new I'll be a very old mum in the playground.
Now
but my kids will go to international schools.
We have babysitters already.
Perfect. Driver to take them.
Harriett, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed.
It's been a pleasure.
I didn't try to put you in a position where you feel uncomfortable.
Not at all.
At the same time, we just for relief and have a
time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Just stay with us. Thank you very much to listen to our stories. And I hope Harriett gave you lots of advices and you can see yourself through her path story. I'm Tanya Corless. Stay with me. Goodbye.